Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Community Spotlight on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, please don't forget to check out our other community videos on Wednesdays.
And keep sending in your awesome commissions, so we have something to marvel at and discuss in great detail. And yeah, what Bill said with the like and the subscribe and the comments below. Do that every day.
Yes,
every day.
Please remember that anyone and everyone can send in their submissions to me on Instagram, on Molly on Instagram, or via email on Dragon Tooth Miniatures on YouTube. So do not hesitate to get us to show your work around, because it's really important, and we feel that everyone should have an opportunity to show off their hobby chops. And also,
absolutely,
since I don't know what 60% of the world, 50% of the world still in lockdown. Is it? I don't know.
It's a lot of us.
Yep. So you can't go over to a local game shop manager and go hey, what do you think of this? Send it over to us, because we'll do it for you.
We will tell you awesome stuff.
We'll do it for you. So...
Also, I think a big part of sharing hobby is helping other hobbyists grow. Because we all know tips, tricks, and little cheats that nobody else knows exactly like we do. And by sharing those around, we create more better hobby for more better everyone better.
Yes. So, as you can see...
playing with a large wad.
Wad of blue tack. Nothing inconspicuous. I've had a lot of cider today, so I'll be very on point today. No sleeping.
On point. Like prom night. I am trying to catch up with a lovely RoboHop.
You scrub. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this, scrubs.
Alright. So, first submission is a submission by Anthony, also known as Adeptus Neophytus on Instagram. So this is a long time submission. I haven't done this in a very long time, and it's just been in the bottom, and I just realized it was there. And he has a really cool hat and a really cool mustache, and I thought, let's fucking do this. Let's fucking do this.
That stash is perfect. And then the little Outback hat, holy crap. Talk about a dedication to a very specific tongue-in-cheek theme. I love it.
I would like to know where he got that head, that hat, and the mustache from. I want to know that. As an Aussie, fucking hell, entire army of those, freaking awesome.
Slight aside and related note, I just got a commission to sculpt a coonskin hat on a chapter master.
That is awesome. But
so some Davy Crockett in the 41st millennium kind of action going on.
That is awesome. But on this model, right? I think
on this model,
what do we think is amazing on this model besides the hat and the mustache? Because that's a given.
Besides the attitude and the swagger that those two things give, the paint job is very nice and crisp, and I love the dirty boots.
I love that the fact that he's Death Watch, but he's still very Imperial Fist. He's got a lot of yellow.
Very fast.
The highlights on the sword, on the power sword, are very well done. And they're very clean, comparatively. And I like it. The basing is good. It's a very, very, very above standard type of fight.
Hell yeah!
It's got character. It's got class. The mustache makes it a tier higher. Mustache.
Yeah.
Good.
Sheer swagger.
I know that only one of us has a mustache, but
It's not me right now.
You've never had a mustache. I've never seen you with a
I
mustache.
did have a mustache. That's several facial hair configurations.
Nah. If it ain't on video, it ain't real.
All right, well, check out my Instagram where I sport a weird mustache occasionally.
Yep. God. Okay.
All right, yay!
This is good. This is very good. I clap my hands to
Very
you.
good.
Very Aussie digger.
characterful.
Very Aussie digger. Which is not why
That's
I'm
awesome.
This is the first one, and I'm very drunk for it. Aussie digger. You go, man. You go, buddy. Do the entire army like this. Fucking A. Fucking A.
If you can translate "G'day, mate" into Latin,
No, this is fucking A.
it's
Yo.
fucking A.
Fucking A. If he's Aussie, he knows what that is.
I'm not, and I do, but in the Canadian way, which is spelled differently.
No, you don't get to corrupt it with your fucking Canadian ways. This is pure
Fucking
Aussie.
A, bud.
It's pure Aussie.
We be using it too. It's fine. I don't know
Pure
what
Aussie.
accent that was.
Pure fucking Aussie. Alright, let's
No,
do what he could do to improve his hobby. Go, Mr. Molly.
Other than just some like minor technical tidy, I don't think there's a lot to talk about. The vision's there, the understanding of color palettes there, the dirty boots are there, and all that is good.
Alright, cool.
So yeah,
Good
other
vision.
than just doing it another 10 times, so it's a tiny bit cleaner. Can't really say much.
That's your vision. I would say make the power sword look brighter. I want to see brightness in that power sword. It looks like a fucking like blue stick. That's about it. As opposed to the flesh. As opposed to flesh. From my cider goggles right now, it looks pretty good. Which is about the same as 4 feet. Which is about the same as the 4 feet rule.
Fabulous. 4 foot.
4 for fabulous. So it's alright. Yellow, I would say extra highlights on the yellow.
Oh yeah.
I would say extra highlights on the yellow if you wish to do it. But even so, with my cider eyes, really freaking drunk, I think it's pretty good. I can see from here. This is about 4 feet. I'm looking at it. It looks pretty good. So kudos to you, Mr. Anthony. Yellow is a very difficult color.
And double kudos for the sheer swag that you brought with this bag.
The Outback hat and the mustache gives you extra points. I like it. I really like it. Comment down below on where you got that, because I want it.
And where did you get that?
I want it. I want it, bro. I want it.
$5 says it's a Victoria Lamb. That's my guess.
It might be. Anyway, thank you very much, Anthony. Sorry, it took so long to get to your stuff, but we got it in the end, and I think we made up for it in content because I'm fucking drunk. Molly's trying to catch up. Fuck you.
It's not working.
Fuck you. It works. It works. It always works. It always works.
It always works.
All right.
But nice fucking work, Anthony, and thank you very, very much for your submission. It is the bees, the knees, and dope.
Dunction. There you go. All right. Next submission from Anthony's. Oh, where's it? Come on, click. All right. By Warhammer Paints again. We have had a previous submission in Warhammer Paints and our first ever, community spotlight. So he was the one that was. He was the one that was perfect technically. So you can see his Silent King in the background. And now.
Oh yeah, buddy.
We've got
Void
a Void Dragon. What do we think of this, Mr. Molly? I'm going to drink some water.
We think we like it. We definitely think we like it. I really like the way he's differentiated the wings with the more like regal golds and turquoises.
What?
I like the floaty stuff. I like how it's highlighted more ceramic than metallic.
Yep.
I always like it when Necrons are made of stuff other than metal. That's cool.
Yep.
I really like how he chose to highlight the spear in the center rather at the blade. I think that's visually very interesting, and it also doesn't shoot the green too far out into the extremities of the model, thusly not bringing your eye back into the chaos and cacophony that's going on in the center. These are all good things to me. Yeah. Those are my positive, wonderful thoughts.
Yeah. My thing is that the lighting is very well done.
Mm-hmm.
I do like.
It is very
tone.
well done.
I do like the skin tone. It's very blue. I like it. It's a contrast. It's a good contrast to yellow. To like yellow and green.
Yes, and this is a yellow heavy green.
Yep.
Cheese.
The wings, I like the brass. Again, this model really is about contrast.
It really
Because
is.
It is deceptively big. It's
and yet
small at the same time. It's very lean.
Yeah.
It's really fucking lean. So, painting this model, there's a very obvious centerpiece, and it deviates out to the centerpiece into the basing. So you gotta be very, very careful. So I think he has achieved the effect of
drawing the eye back in. Yeah.
Correct. I would say without the Silent King in the background, this would be a really good model. I don't need that in the background. Correct?
I don't find it overly distracting, but I see what you mean because it's the only other places where that particular blue on the wings appear.
Yep.
And it does make it, when the picture's only at 100% and you're not zooming in, it does kind of increase the profile of the model in a way.
Correct.
That does look a little weird.
Correct. But in terms of photography and model acquisition, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Part 2. What do we think?
I love the lightning and all the greenies, but I think I'd like it taken just a little more obscenely bright.
All right.
Just get a little bit neon in there, really, really contrast it, make it look more like straight up energy rather than this is still good green lightning, but I think that would have just brought it up to that next level, especially with the rest of it being a more subdued tone. But beyond that, I don't really have any notes. The basing is simplistic, but I don't think it needs a lot of hoopla going on when like the thing itself is takes up so much of the base with its flying chunks of broken magic machinery star devil thing.
Correct. Correct. My next steps for the hobby for him would be I would like to see the body in a different color other than white and blue. I think with green.
So like lean
So-
more into the green.
No. So, my theory with this model is that I want to see the body in red.
Okay.
Blood red.
And just like really, really lean into the contrast between the two.
Because the red and yellows are complementary colors on the color wheel. So yes,
and with the amount of yellow in the green, you're getting a not Christmas time contrast, but you're still getting a good contrast.
you're getting an amazing contrast where it's actually really. I want to play on the uncanny valley of the Void Dragon. And the fact that it looks so very humanoid.
Yeah, and yet at the same time, with like the way geometric parts of it are missing, it is like beyond human ken, weird celestial star god of madness, good times.
Exactly. I wanted to see blood red in the middle.
I see your point.
Weird freaking blood red, like with green lightning out of it, and it will look freaky, weird, and really stunning. It is something that is like uncomfortable. It really gives a sense of that like unease.
Yeah, like for lack of a better term, Lovecraftian kind of feelings of horror.
Yes.
Like the unknowable in something so ancient, powerful, and intelligent that it barely notices you, let alone cares.
Exactly. So that's my biggest, like, take the model further. Play around with the reds. I think you can't go wrong with them.
All right, well, we have differing opinions on the color wheel, but both of us agree that one of two colors could be amped up a bit.
Yes, correct. Correctamundo. Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh, halfway home, bud. Halfway home.
Not even halfway home. Third submission. We got one submission by Dreamforce Studios.
Dreamforce Studios.
It is
Bringing us some Red Corsair, Huron Blackheart.
Whoa. Okay, wait.
What?
What's happening? Okay, good, okay.
Technical issues.
I'm too drunk. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, cool. I clicked on things. Dreamforce Studios with Huron Blackheart.
Yep.
And a ghoul of some sort.
The Heimer... I can never pronounce it. It's his weird familiar thing that gives him psychic powers.
What? Okay.
The more you know.
That's weird.
It's part of his lore since like the 2nd edition Chaos Codex.
That's weird.
Come on, Bill.
That's weird. I've never faced a Huron Blackheart then.
Some things I really dig is your color choice on the little familiar thing with the unsayable name. I think that looks creepy, alien, gross, in like the best way possible. I like the skin on Huron quite a bit. Because again, it looks tortured, puckered, like it's been through countless surgeries. A lot of your freehand and edge work is fantastic.
Yep.
Like the little star around his heavy flamer, high five. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah, I like the bases quite a bit. A little bit of static grass, using kind of like a green tone with your rocks and the gray, and that works super good with the deep crimson of the armor and the pinky purpley paleness of the Heimerajradibadadu.
Right.
That's my input. Billiam.
Okay. I like the fact that the skin on the high Rigadigu is a combination of pinks, purples, and really dark blue. That is the appropriate way to do like a really fucked up skin tones.
It really is.
Yep. On that, the lines are very clean. It's very soft. It's very subtle. I like it.
The chompers are nicely individually picked out and very clean.
Yep.
Blinded out white eyes that make me think of like cave fish.
Yep. That is correct. That is absolutely correct. So, let's move on to the second part of this.
How to improve? Some
Better
of the
lightning claw.
metallics.
No, just straight better lightning claw. Replace that lightning claw.
No, that's a great lightning claw.
No, it looks like fucking sausages.
Well, no, yeah, the claws themselves are huge, and using tactical marine knives, which everyone has 200 of, would probably be great. So yes, I thought you meant the whole hand. I'm like, no, it's the high five heavy flamer. Fuck you.
I'm just like, look at those claws. Look at how thick they are. Look at how misshapen
and that's
they are.
the sculpt. And I believe this is fine cast, so a lot of sins are not your fault with fine cast. The sins belong to the fine cast.
Yeah.
So
I would say, as soon as you see a fine cast that bad, just chop them off.
Yeah.
I know that your commissions to do.
A number of things.
And please communicate with your buyer. Tell them what you're going to do. First of all, number one.
Yes.
Number two. Everything you do is great. I love what you do. I just hate fine cast models. I hate them so much.
Yeah.
They're so bad.
Yeah.
Like, look at the detail.
It's the least pleasant resin to work with out of all of the millions of types of resin that you have the choice of. It's like,
look at the detail of that axe. Look how unpointed those
stars are on the back.
Yeah.
How they're kind of like bibbly bobbly, like right off the center spike.
Exactly.
The fact that the beard looks like it's stuttering.
Is there a beard? I can't even tell.
The beard on the axe beard.
Oh, okay.
The bottom bit that you used to grab motherfuckers.
All right. Yeah.
This bit of Viking history was brought to you by. But yeah, I would agree with Bill. Every single fault with this lies in the material because all the colors are good, the lighting is good, the freehand is dope, the skin is good, your edge work is really, really impressive. I am much messier than you.
Yep. Correct. We are both more messier than you, but the limitations of what fine cast can give you is no Magusta, man.
Yeah, like to the
No.
point where I will not purchase classic models that I love with all my heart unless they're metal. So if anyone out there has a metal Isabella von Karstein, the most recent iteration of her, where she's running with the chalice, you let me know. I want it. I want it with all my heart. It's
Exactly,
fine
exactly.
cast. I do not want it.
It's so weird. But same thing with like Hero Blackheart over here. It's just like I can't bring myself to love him just because the model. It is so bad. Like it really limits
I
his
love
work.
the colors. I hate the model. It's like, and
I also love the colors. I love the armor. I love the skin.
I really love the Heimer familiar me Bobo.
Exactly.
It looks fantastic.
Yes, the familiar is amazing, but I cannot love the axe or the lightning claw blades.
No.
It's like bubbling up, and it's like, what the hell's going on
And
there?
the tip of one of the blades looks like it may have snapped or was just a really bad cast. It's a little butter knifier than the rest.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. So if there's one thing that we know GW has learned, but still sells product made out of it, is Finecast sucks giant monkey dick. Like stinky, nasty, horrifying monkey dick.
Exactly. Podcast, bad. If you see something wrong with it, either contact your contact your
Your client,
payee,
like if you're
your
if you're
payee.
doing commission work,
Yep. Because
yeah,
he's a commission.
I let them know you'll do what you can, but basically, Finecast is limited by certain things, or if you're a particularly talented sculptor, factor that into your price because you are going to have to remake some bits.
Exactly. So get those CPs on, talk to them, and see what they can do about it. Because this is like it's dragging everything down with it.
Pretty color, ugly Finecast.
But amazing model. This is way above tabletop standard. So we're not
Oh
poo-pooing
yeah,
this model. We would never poo-poo anyone's model.
we're
But
simply poo-pooing the material in which the model was made, which is in no way a
a top
error on
quality
behalf
material.
of anyone but Mr. James Workshop.
Yep. It is not a top quality material.
No. Almost
Right.
like they chose the worst one. But moving on.
Moving on. Our fourth submission is
No, Nerd Gun.
Nerd Gun again. Twice in a row.
And
So I
there's a lot of good stuff to say, not just about this model, but the photographic composition that it was sent in.
so I felt like Nerd Gun
You go.
needed to be featured because of the object source lighting he did on this model. So Bellacore is a mostly black model. I fucking hate black.
But it's almost entirely monotone.
Yep.
Like there's some browns and some reds and some bluey grays and like a lot of stuff going into those blacks and like plural blacks. There's a lot of them going on, but like the pops of blue are brilliantly executed. The object source lighting off the blade is amazing, and my dude, I gotta say, choosing to shoot it from like a low angle up like that just gives it this extra domineering presence.
Yep.
That was super smart of you, and it's clear that you understand compositional design beyond just how make mini look good paint.
I would say
Like,
so
yo,
as well. I would say so as well. Um, I think that this model, I do love the combination of browns blacks. It is very different.
yep.
It is
Oh, hell
extremely.
yeah.
I love the under shading. I love the object source lighting from underneath because there's bits of like oranges and reds from underneath.
Yeah, yeah. Like over on the left shin and like inside of the left arm and bottom of the wing. Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, correct the mundo. And the OSL on the blues, perfect.
Yep. Like the chest actually looks like it's radiating like light as opposed to is glowy or like bright color is inside, which you see a lot of the time, but it looks like energy.
Yep,
So, yo,
very good
kudos.
job. Kudos. What can we suggest to Nerdgun to improve this model in his hobby?
Send us more pictures of it from more angles, not because I want to look at it from every conceivable angle, but because I think that that is the only thing I can say about this model.
All right.
Because, like, you nailed it, yo. But I would love to see it from a variety of angles, the entire model, like with entire wingspan, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Mostly because I feel like I'm viewing like 7/8 of the Mona Lisa right now, and that's like you're like, I want to see the other part.
I want to see like 1/8 of the pelican that the thing is in.
Oh my god! But yeah, phenomenal work, Nerd. Truly a master of all things black and OBS, and great choice of a model and wonderful composition on the photograph in order to sell everything you're pitching.
I like the fact that you've only highlighted certain things, and not everything. That's good.
Yes.
It's experience. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I want to be its best friend. I want to go out for coffee with it.
No! Chaos Demons! No. No! No me gusta.
Dude, my name is Molly Malal. How do you think I feel about the denizens of the warp?
No good. Moving on.
They're no, we're besties.
Moving on to our last
Moving
submission.
right along. Right on going to the
To
last
Legion
mission.
999 and his dragon
last week.
theme. And his dragon themed.
Yeah, demonic engine cavalcade of zoological terrors.
Yes.
We have something that is thematically very heavily linked to the night last week. And shares some kits, because the base of this is, of course, the Forge Fiend. A lot of the Forge Fiend got translated over to the Knight. I do like the inclusion of the Helldrake face. I think that is... I've never seen that before on one of these, like on a Forge Fiend. And I like it.
Yeah, that looked pretty good.
It's very angular. It reminds me of Laserbeak from the Transformers, only like it went through the Event Horizon thing and came out like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like these wings better than last week's because they're the newer Hive Tyrant wings, so of course they're sculpted less crap. I like the little hands on the ends of the Gatling guns. Your red is freaking solid, yo.
Red is fucking always solid.
Yeah, my word bearers feel jealous and underdressed right now. So congratulations. Thank you for making my sad boy sadder. It
Yep.
makes us fight more.
Fight, 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 fight. All right.
Yeah. Anything I didn't mention, Bill?
I think that it's an interesting prospect that is used to choose wings to increase the footprint of their model. So
Yeah.
most people use wings.
I also wonder if it's a Forge Fiend or if this is in fact a Helldrake.
Yeah. It's definitely not a Helldrake.
Just how big is the Helldrake's base that you stick the flying stand on?
Yeah, but you'd recognize it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, fair. It's more likely a Forge Fiend.
So my take on this is that I have some practical concerns about moving this model around. It's so wide.
Yeah. And we've all been in situations where miniatures have junk coming off the base looking at you, Black Coach.
Black coaches are really notorious for that.
That get just entangled with the enemy miniatures, and you try and move stuff, and it ends up shifting stuff around and knocking things over. Or if they kill the Black Coach, you pick it up, and like 15 like barrel of monkeys come with it, and you're like, oh no. So that can be problematic. Just from a sheerly practical game point of view.
Yep.
I do like the aesthetic that you're going for, how there's like this clearly organic, draconic demon influence that's being echoed throughout the army. Like that is apparent and dope.
Yep, I think it's awesome. But what do you think, Mr. Molly?
As far as taking this further?
Yep.
Ink that silver, yo. Hit that with some Nuln Oil, good. A little bit of weathering around the tips of the exhaust would be nice. And the Screaming Face minigun, I think could use a light wash. I would choose, I have it right here, Corellia Green Shade. It makes brassy things look really awesomely patinaed, no matter what it is.
Yep. Awesome.
Other than that, I got nothing.
You're nothing?
Yeah, other than weathering around the exhaust, a little bit of Nuln Oil on the silver, and a little green shade around the brass, just to give it just that touch of depth. Otherwise, I'd say Magnifique.
Yep.
I would love to throw down with your Robo Dragon army one day. That would be super fun for me, because I could constantly scream, kill the dragon.
Yep. That is the amazing thing about this hobby. We can create it to however we want. And I think Legion 99 has really captured the essence of that. It is something we have lost in our modern, intercessor days.
Yeah. Like with some of the modern meta and focus on competitive play and less focus on creativity and imagination, we miss out on armies that were so prevalent in the late 90s through mid 2000s.
Yeah.
That were just super duper converted to shitballs. Really unique, really spoke with the individual voice of the creator.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wrap this up because I think Bill's about to fall asleep.
I might be about to pass out, and I'm real drunk, and I'm like,
This is real drunk, guys. This is not fake drunk. This is real. This is not play.
This is not like whiskey drunk. This is oh God, no, I need to sleep. All right.
I need sleep. I need sleep. All right, so Legion 999, your submission is fantastic. Couple little things to pop in there. Otherwise, love it. So smash like, subscribe, comment. Instagram will be in the description. And we will comment tomorrow on whether or not Bill choked on his own vomit.
It's so bad. Help me. All right. Thank you. Please support me.
Thank you.
Please support everyone by liking, subscribing if you already haven't, and also like hitting the bell icon down below for new episodes. So we have a show every Monday and Wednesday. Please make sure to check that out. And also, please don't forget to tell us what you think. Comment down below because
Also,
the YouTube.
remember, Bill's not always this drunk. This is a special episode.
It is so quick, but it's so good. So chock full of content of me being drunk.
Chock full of content. Bursting with content.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
So
I'll
great
catch you
night,
later.
everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.